This is how you can macro in Bee Swarm Simulator so that you can make progress whilst being AFK. So if you want to go ahead and gather, collect, kill, complete quests in Bee Swarm Simulator without even playing, you can get something called a macro. Macros are allowed on Bee Swarm Simulator, and everybody's using a macro right now. Yes, this might look really confusing, but in today's video, as long as you watch all the way through, I'm going to be showing you how to get the macro and how to use it. So the links of the Discord server for where you can download this macro will be in the description. So follow along. I'm going to show you what each and every setting does do in the macro so that you guys can use it. So let's just get stuck right in, shall we? Before we do get started, if you want anything from the shop, any bundles, festive pack bundles, like and subscribe to my channel and I'll give you some for completely free. All as long as you like and subscribe to my channel. So please go ahead and do that right now. Upon joining the Discord server, you will be brought to this channel. So it's going to be called Natural Macro. Join the Discord server, look for the channel. What does say? Natural Macro. And then all you need to do is click this link. Because once you do go to this website, you can actually go ahead and click the first link here, which is going to be Natural Macro version 1-zip. So you want to go ahead and click that. Upon downloading this macro, you then want to go ahead and right click it, and then you want to press extract all. That will basically extract the zipped up folder, and double click that, and then you should see start. Double click start, and then you'll be brought to this. So I know what a lot of you are thinking, is it going to be safe? Will you get a virus? No. It's completely safe and you can use it. If it wasn't safe, I wouldn't be downloading it. So you might be looking at this now and you might be thinking, there's so much going on. How do you use it? Well, I'm going to show you. Starting with the gather tab. So there's going to be multiple tabs: gather, collect, kill, boost. I'm going to show you what each and every setting does do. So just make sure you watch all the way through. Starting with the gather field. So select a field in Bee Swarm from the drop down menu to gather that field. So collect a field what you're in, and that will basically gather from that specific field. Moving on to the pattern shape. So the pattern shape will basically select a it will choose a pattern on for what your character will move in. So if you select squares, your character will be moving in squares. Moving on to length. So select a length to change the size of the pattern what you are in, and moving on to width. Select a width depending on the pattern, increase the amount of loops before field drift compensation, increase the length away from the sprinkler or the length to a wall. Moving on to the save button. This control saves your current gather configuration as the default. For any other gathering macro, may do it in the field due to quest and planters. Moving on to copy and paste. This controls allows it for easy sharing patterns online with others. By copying your current pattern, you might want to share with other people. We also got the field drift compensation. So field drift compensation, checking the checkbox for field drift compensation will align your character to your sprinkler. After every gather loop. For issues about drifting, you can go to the Discord server. So we now move on to gather with shift lock. So checking this will cause your character to activate shift lock while gathering. So there you guys go. We also got pattern intervert. So pattern intervert, as you can see. So what that will basically checking these will cause your pattern to either going backwards or forwards, or left or right. So we also got rotate camera. These controls will affect the direction on where you're actually facing whilst you are gathering. So we now move on to minutes. So minute, this control will decide how long you will stay in the field. We got pack percentage. The macro will return to your hive when your backpack does reach a certain percentage. 95%, 90%. So you can amend that to your liking. So we now got 2 hive bar. This control decides whether the macro will reset losing all pollen inside of your character's backpack or walk back to your hive, usually slower but doesn't lose any pollen. And we also got the sprinkler. So the sprinkler will basically determine where your sprinkler is and your character will start whilst you are gathering. So that briefly going over all of the controls on gather. Still got quite a lot to go over. So now let's go ahead to collect and kill. So you can see that we've got multiple here. I'm going to go over collect first. So enabling the clock control will allow the macro to gather tickets every hour when Wolf clock resets. Moving on to Mondo. Select either waiting for 3 minutes or waiting until Mondo is dead, which is basically kill. Or manual time, wait for Mondo. So that is basically Mondo. We also got Ant Challenge Pass. Select either gathering of Ant Passes or gather of Ant Passes and doing Ant Challenges. So that's obviously for Ant Challenge, Robo Pass. You can obviously see. So you just want to basically select these for whatever you want to basically kill. And something else that's pretty good as well is that we actually got Blender. So moving on to the Blender. So you can either add/clear. So you can actually go ahead and add a item, as you can see. So this control either clears or adds a item to the queue of Blender. So if you're going to blend, you can actually go ahead and use this to collect from the Blender. So right now, it's actually going to be Beastmas. So if you are watching this video and Beastmas is out, then there's a section for Beastmas here for what you can actually go ahead and use. Moving on to dispensers. So enabling this control will make the macro collect from the honey dispenser every hour. We also got treat. So select what you want to basically collect and you can actually do it. You might even want to select all of them. It's completely down to you. Anyway, I'm pretty sure you guys know how that does work. So we now move on to boost. So we are now in the boost tab. Sure, you guys know how this does work. So field booster order. So select a 3 field boost. Enabling a booster will make the macro go to the booster and activate it. So you can also separate by a certain amount of minutes. This control will set a delay between using the 3 field boosters. Gather in boosted field. So this control makes the macro gather a boosted field when 1 is available, as you can obviously see. So we also got hotbar slots. These controls each represent a hotbar inside of Bee Swarm Simulator. Changing one of the controls to anything besides never will make the macro use the item selected in your hotbar. So if I got gumdrops in my 5th hotbar, I can actually go ahead and select whatever, as you can see. So yeah, that's how that does actually go ahead and work. We now move on to Wind Shrine. This control will basically clear or add an item to the queue of shrine items. And we also got stickers as well. Anyway, now moving on to quests. So we got the polar bear quest, the black bear quest. So by going ahead and enabling a control, depending on what quest, we basically actively complete that specific quest. So enabling the control will basically gather loops or kill bugs involved in the quest. So basically go ahead and complete the quest for you, depending on what quest you actually select. Quite self-explanatory. Planters, alright. So if you're not a fan of planters, you can use the manual planters, but you can actually create your own planter cycles. The design of the manual planters is centered around giving users freedom to create any cycle combination they want whenever it's optimizing plantaloo. So pretty much it's going to be quite hard to explain, if I'm going to be honest with you. It does look really confusing. But the macro is basically programmed to place slot 1, 2, 3 during the cycle. It's going to be quite hard to actually explain this, so what I'm going to do is this. If you are really interested, what you want to do is go to the tab info. Everything you need to know about planters will be here. It's quite long to explain all of this, but if you need help with this, it's actually explained here for you. Anyway, the status log isn't really that important. It's basically just showing you controls basically, if you got, it's just basically showing you everything, your gather time, all of your stats of the macro. We obviously got settings, which is actually really good. So obviously settings, you can actually change your movement speed, you can change everything here. But yeah, everything you need here is going to be, well, settings actually like a really important type. You can change your UI theme, minimal. You can see I did just change it. It's going to change your UI theme a little bit. So yeah, you can amend it to your liking. Something what I will do is always on top, turn that on. So if you try to click off a macro, it's always going to be on top, which is very, very useful. We also got a misc, auto jelly, auto clicker settings. It's just a little bit of extras there for you. But yeah, I mean, as long as you got the macro, give it a try for yourself. You can start the macro by obviously pressing F1. So if I do go to the sunflower field, press F1, it's basically just going to start macroing for me, as you can obviously see. So it's going to basically reset. It's going to gather from a specific field. And yeah, I mean, it's quite self-explanatory. It literally just do everything for you. So you can see the macro is just setting up, it's resetting. And yeah, basically just farm for you. And you can literally just go ahead and leave the computer. And it's basically just going to be macroing for you. So I hope this video helped you guys out on knowing how to macro in Bee Swarm Simulator. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. And I'll see you all in the very next video. Peace out.